It's between Salute 310 and Masuta Ichiban.
I would say whichever one you got a interesting story for.
Mm, Masuta Ichiban.
Okay.
Yeah, because every voice that you hear on it is me. It's not like a vocal sample.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes. Question. Where does seeking justice end and seeking vengeance begin?
DI Wires. As you can see, I'm joined by a very special guest. I don't care how many times you pop up here. This is a special guest. This is a good friend of mine. This is my guy, Ichiban Don. First and foremost, how you doing, bro?
Nah, I'm blessed, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm good. I feel like every time I feel like we both in some interesting places, and we end up having, the timing is really, really interesting. But what's been going on
It's
in
like
your
a
world?
timeline shift every time.
Timeline.
It's like we shifting timelines or something.
It's a good what they call on the video games. They call like a checkpoint.
Yeah, there you go.
You reach the checkpoint and you realize like, okay, all right, this is what I have done such thing. But since our last conversation, man, so much has happened in your world. How would you describe what has been happening in your world before I get into this intro?
Oh my gosh, fast moving, fast moving, and just intense, just bunch of epic ass shit. Man, yeah, it's been an intense. I want to say about a year. It's been a year and a half, maybe. No, a couple years.
Couple years, yeah.
It's been a couple years, dog. So it's been 2 years. 2 years is crazy because a lot's happened in the last 2 years. But nonetheless, I'm blessed, man. Everything is moving in a really good direction, and I'm here, man. I'm breathing, healthy.
Come on.
You feel me? God is good.
Man, absolutely, all the time.
That's it, man.
Look, Ichiban Don is indeed here. Am I still safe to still say producer?
I mean, Willie B is the producer.
Okay, so Willie B still okay. That's a part of the dynamic. Willie B the producer, but also the artist is what we're really going to talk about today. One part of A Room Full of Mirrors. Yes. We are diving deep into the Shogun Deluxe edition, his collaboration with Japanese producer BudaMunk.
Yes, sir.
And how spirituality and community shaped this project. So I was asking you questions about Shogun. Mm-hmm. Because I was trying to do some research and I'm like, why can't I access this? Apparently it was already dropped exclusively in Japan first, right?
Yes, sir.
So now
for like a whole year.
For a whole year. Yeah. Talk to me about that process because if I make something that sounds as good as the music sound on this, it's going to take everything for me not to leak my own project to the US.
Well, I mean, for me, it was a cultural thing for me. I'm a black man. My name is the Ichiban Don. Mm-hmm. And, just throughout life, I've appreciated Japanese culture from music, fashion, and that whole thing. So even just had the ethics, like, a lot of, the things that they live by. I mean, first of all, it's like they don't believe in, they're not rah-rah people. I mean, they turn up when they have to. Mm-hmm. But they're very zen. They're very, they're about respect. Number one, that's what I like about them the most. They're super about respect. They have a list. It's just their ethics, just how they just maneuver in the country. They don't litter.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want people to be loud. They don't want public display of affection. Like, that type of stuff is illegal. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just, and I think, like, when the people don't talk on the trains. Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. Yeah. Like, it's just about being who you are, being a human, going to where you got to go, minding your business. Think about it. American culture, everybody's in everybody's business.
The complete opposite.
Yeah, so no offense to American culture or anybody, in Western civilization.
Well, they're going to be offended no matter what because that's also American culture as well.
You see what I'm saying? So, right. Like, that's also a culture where they're not so offended by everything either. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just like the whole vibe of just how they get down, how they think. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Extremely intelligent people, extremely talented people. Like, musically, they're crazy.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's just a lot that I've taken from the Japanese culture just growing up. I used to like look at a lot of the Nintendo like composers.
Some geniuses out there.
And then they're all Japanese people. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the thing. We gotta like put respect on people's name and culture. Like some of the most influential themes that's been on these video games growing up was all made by Japanese people, and we sing them in our heads to this day because we can remember them.
Right.
And we sample them, put them on hip hop records. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so many jams been made from them joints. Like,
still to this day.
Yeah,
still getting sampled.
You feel me? So, yeah, Final Fantasy. Like, you can name the games. It's endless. Donkey Kong, like, it's a lot. It's just a lot going on.
What would you say is one of your
Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy, hands down.
Yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah. Final Fantasy. Anything Final Fantasy is crazy, bro.
Is
like the music. Oh my God.
I never really, I'm gonna be honest with you, like this is gonna definitely get whatever card I got from video games taken away, but I never really had an opportunity to experience it outside of the trailers. Streets of Rage. I'm not sure if that was a Japanese production as well.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't. Was that a Sega game?
Sega game for sure.
Yeah, I was a Nintendo guy.
Okay, that's
PlayStation. Yeah, sorry.
He said sorry. So with that said, you know, you're bringing the Deluxe now to the States. What made you decide to expand it rather than move on to something new? Like, what was something here that you were like, this needs to be, I guess, digested in this space too?
I would say, as far as like bringing it to American culture and the Royal Rock. Well, it's just simply I want everybody to hear my music. It's not even that deep.
He said it. Whatever answer you're looking for, it's not that deep in that.
Like what I look like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not at that place in my career yet to just give a whole nother country an album and just keep the album there. Now, what's cool is the version of the album that they have only belongs to them.
Okay.
Because this is the Deluxe.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to go get the original version without the 2 new songs and the instrumentals and et cetera?
Yeah.
You got to go there.
Go over there. Were you able to kind of gauge the reaction when it did land there?
Oh, first? Yeah, because all of my people that's there and stuff.
No, I don't. Expand on that. Let us know.
I mean, it did well. I mean, it sold. I definitely made the company the money back, so I'll tell you that. So it did pretty well for me to be a person that I haven't really even physically touched down there yet.
You've never even been.
Nah. I just got a lot of business with a lot of people around the world. I made a lot of great relationships. So through this journey, I find ways to just kind of like do cool things and collaborations with those people. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if we're in 2 different places. It's like, why not? Why not, take advantage of the network? You
kind of already said it, but to get into more details, what is the biggest difference between the original Shogun and the Deluxe? And obviously we got the few new songs, but what is like the biggest difference that someone would notice if they did have access to the other one? I mean, that would be the biggest difference. It's more songs, more tracks. It's more to offer. Like BudaMunk is giving, like I say, he remixed a couple of the original records. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we got that going on. A couple of instrumentals again, and 2 new records that I decided to, record for the sake of it being a difference. How did you come in contact with BudaMunk? Years ago through Willie B. Basically, Willie B had a beat showcase, and he knew Tachi. Black knew Tachi. We was all friends and shit. So when I think BudaMunk came down here, and I met him at a beat showcase that Willie B was doing. And they took a picture of the whole thing. Like, you messing me up right now, by the way. Well, it's the same guy. But I know, but you messing me up. Because you're right. So check it out. So in 25 hours or less, we got to know. We got to know each other and things like that. And just from there, the relationship just stayed. Yeah. And Tachi used to do a bunch of clubs and shit with Black, and Tachi was always talking about, me doing my own records and dropping my own projects. And just doing shit with them, because we had did, the project with Mickey Taylor. That's mainly how the first run started, because we was able to get Mickey Taylor's High Grade Volume 2 to be a Japanese release with them. Nice.
And so based on how they promoted her and just how it looked and the whole thing, it was dope. It was dope. Like she, you know, just the fact that, you know, she got Japanese fans out of it.
Yeah.
Was dope. So I said, okay, well, shit. They was able to do that for Mickey. I'm pretty sure we'd be able to do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So I was able to, you know, push vinyls. I was able to push CDs. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a dope thing to do.
What was it about BudaMunk, the producer's sound, that when you heard it, you were like, this is, I don't know if you already had Shogun in mind, but this is the sound
I
for
didn't
a project.
have Shogun in mind. Like, basically what happened was is that BudaMunk has always been dope to me in general because he has, like, his sound to me is like early 90s golden era, like East Coast.
It's feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not feel
It's
good.
rugged
just,
and feel good.
Just,
like,
yeah,
there were
like
certain
Wu-Tang.
records that I'm like.
He could have did records for Wu-Tang. Like, that's how his records sound. Like,
and Slum. I was listening to some of them records. I'm like,
exactly.
This is easily
it's
a
very
new Slum
Dilla.
Village album.
It's that era. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So basically, 25 Words or Less, I was just, I was starting to rap again in 2017. This is around the time, like, Daylight, Cole, Punch and them was telling me, oh, yeah, rap and yada, yada. And then Daylight wanted me to do Heroes. Like, that's where it started. So, I just hit him. I want to say this was like 2020. I was about a couple years in, making a couple records. And I said, yo, 2019.
Okay.
And I hit him just randomly. And I was just like, yeah, man, I've been recording rap records. I would like for you to hear a couple of them. I just want to see if you can send me some production. Especially because he's BudaMunk already. I already have an established relationship with him.
Right.
And he's in Japan. Like, that's just
This makes too much sense.
Yeah, right. So, so he sends me so I sent him about 3 or 4 records, and he just sends me about 15 beats immediately. Like, that was his response.
Yeah.
He just sent me 15 beats.
Say less.
And he sent me an email back after that and said, oh my God, I had no idea he was rapping like this. Like, this is incredible. So I took 2 of the records he sent me and I sent him 2 songs back the very next day.
Oh yeah, y'all were locked in.
Yeah, and the first record was Yen Peso. That's the one with Punch and my homie Quote James.
Right.
And the second one I want to say was Flacco's Theme.
Okay.
With my dog Slack. He's a Japanese rapper. That's BudaMunk's homie, but I met him through BudaMunk and Tachi. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Slack. Yeah, he's a really dope ass rapper from Japan. Real MC type shit, yeah.
Well, let me rephrase this question. As an artist who has access to a producer like Willie B, how do you approach someone else's production differently than your own, than his own? His. Are you more experimental, more disciplined, or does something else shift?
I kind of feel like, this is the best way to put it. When I rap over another producer's records, it's like discovering new land. So it's like if you go to a city that you've never been to, go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Certain cities you're more comfortable to explore than others. Some cities you might just kind of like check out the restaurants, might walk around your vicinity. You know, be like, yo, that's cool, man. I might go and see something else the next time. You get what I'm saying? Some cities you go the first time, and you go see that shit.
Right.
That's how I look at rapping over other people's production. It's just it's uncharted land that I haven't discovered yet. But if say for example, Black, right? Like Black, I'll compare Black to, like, let's just say New York or New Jersey. I've been in New Jersey millions of times, so when Black give me a record, I know exactly what to do already.
Because you've been there before.
Because I've been in New Jersey so many times.
Right. Well, I was going to say, what I love about that analogy, because I feel like when I approach another producer's beats, the drums almost give me, I guess that would be the vehicle in this example. It's like, okay, I've never been in this type of vehicle or this type of terrain. But there's a whole world, a whole different pocket that exists. There's a different aesthetic that exists. So, no, I love the idea of that being. Yeah, because think about it like this. In the world.
The more you collaborate with the producer, it's almost like you going to a destination that you love all the time. I've been in New Jersey millions of times because I love the East Coast. So I'm always go to New Jersey as long as I live. I'm always go to New York as long as I live. Like that's a place that I'm a frequent. You see what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
That's kind of how I see it, you know?
Is there a BudaMunk beat that challenged you in a way that Willie B's production wouldn't have?
That's an interesting question to ask because of how I look for pockets on beats. I still understand, like, you know, measurement, like, you know, 16 count. I understand that whole thing.
Sure.
And then I understand that you can do like 3/4 count within a 16 count. Like you can find, you get what I'm saying? Like that theory, right? So, it's not that BudaMunk's beats is more challenging. Like I don't see anything as a challenge. It's just something to try and see how well you can do at it.
Got it.
So, no, because I don't feel that nobody's beats are a challenge. Like it's a challenge. Like, then it's not fun if it's a challenge. That's the whole point is to make your music because I want to have fun. I don't want to.
Right. You're like, I'm not trying to make it more.
You get what I'm saying? So like, nah, I don't think.
When I say challenge, I guess more so out of your comfort zone. For me, it would be a certain BPM that I'm like, okay, that's a correct. I don't say obstacle. I say challenge for a reason because a challenge is like, well, I'm up for the challenge.
Got you. You're just willing to test yourself,
like for me, I know between 80 and 85 beats per minute all day long. 95, 105, that's just a different challenge.
I got you. And that's funny because my sweet spot pause is 85, right?
85, okay.
But I sound really well on like 100 to 110. Like I sound really good on really like up-tempo records. Like I rap, for whatever reason, I don't know why that is, but I like 85, like 80 to 85.
Yeah. There's a lyricist window that exists there because how many syllables you can fit in, how much you can play with spacing and silence.
Yeah.
When 80, especially the trap rhythms, like 70 to 80, but with that 105, the rhyming words become less than 2 syllables at times. It's 1 syllable, and
see that's where it gets real.
It gets real like you're forced to say what is you trying to say.
Yeah,
you're forced
to
kind of have to say that.
Say on a record that's up tempo. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I want to talk about some specific songs as we go through this conversation because you were showing some of these songs in the backyard. Let's talk about Masuta. Masuta? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Masuta Ichiban.
Masuta Ichiban.
Means Master Ichiban.
Welcome to Shogun. This that rah-rah, this ain't no Dungeon Dragon. Fuck your radio, flyers break that fucking wagon. Controllah when it's dragging, niggas lagging. Watered down media people never tapped in, but cap about the culture, These niggas dry, now they praying like a vulture, Cause y'all was praying like some vultures. Damn.
Master Ichiban. Okay, walk me through the writing process on a record like that. What were you trying to say that you couldn't say maybe on any other song?
It was just how it was built. The record sounds like a very serious record. It sounds like you're making a statement. It sounds like something's coming.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. Something's coming. It's like, it sounds like uh-oh.
Yeah,
it sounds like uh-oh. There you go. Right. Yeah. So Masuta Ichiban is it's a record where I just felt that this was the record where if Willie B wanted to pop his shit, he was popping his shit.
Okay.
Because he was saying a lot of things on that record. He was saying a lot on that record. Like, it was a lot of shit being said on that joint, but it was so truthful.
Right.
It was truthful. It was very truthful. So that's the one I would definitely say. Like, that beat specifically is why I wrote that, because it made me feel like, all right, you know what? Let me go ahead and honestly say what my value is.
Yeah.
In case you guys don't want to say it for me, because you guys want to, see me a certain way, yada yada. That's over. I'm gonna let you know that I'm aware.
Why is that statement as important as it is today to declare so boldly?
Because we live in a time where people, it's a tough world. It's a tough world to live in general, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody wants theirs. So sometimes even when you get yours, they feel like you're taking theirs. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I think that's a self-esteem thing. Like, and you just have to get to a point where you have to show compassion towards it to say, all right, that don't got nothing to do with me though.
Right. Yeah, that's
So,
literally a personal issue.
And you just gotta be like, all right, I hope they figure it out.
Yeah.
You feel me? But you just gotta keep doing you. And like we was talking about the whole copycat thing, right? It's like what I realized, what made me start feeling good about the copycat thing was, oh, this is what I do. So even if you copy it, I'm gonna come up with some other shit.
Yeah.
So I ain't tripping. Like, yeah.
I remember I had a conversation with Salas one time about this, where he said that in this life you're gonna meet people who are outlets and people who are plugs.
Yeah.
And they're looking for outlets. And the moment that you figure out that you are an outlet, you understand why so many people plug into, and maybe not even directly with you, but they like, oh, that's what he's on. Let me try to figure out how to be on that without having to ask him a question. But it sounds like a lot of the foundation of that is something that we've talked about many a times here, which is the way that spirituality plays, first of all, into your life. But then obviously that's going to seep into the music. You know, you've mentioned spirituality changed your music. But what I want to know is, did it change how you write? Or did it change what you were willing to say?
Both.
In what way?
Spirituality changed how I write based on, I'm a little more careful with the things I say, not necessarily scared, but I'm very careful with what I want to say. But it also made me more candid with what I want to say.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I think that when I was first starting to rap, I was just doing a lot of surface rap. I didn't want to bring people into a lot of the things that I was really going through. So I would like talk about things I knew about.
Yeah.
But it was just a very, just a rapper way. It was just a rapper just trying to like be a good dope and trying to show niggas he's better than other niggas way.
Right. That was a reflection of the time too, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, right. But it's just, you know, now it's just a lot of more honesty. It's a lot more, you know, you see what's really going on. I like that. And I feel like I lived a life that, you know, maybe somebody else could, you know, be inspired by some things that I went through.
Yeah.
Because I'm inspired by a lot of shit that people around me went through. I'm inspired by Black, I'm inspired by Punch, I'm inspired by Daylight, just their own personal stories. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to be vulnerable with that? Oh, because you may be thinking that somebody gonna be hot because you're saying a story that they don't want to hear.
Right.
They'll be all right. If they didn't like it, they shouldn't have did it. But it's not even about that. Even myself, I'm telling a lot of shit about myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I think y'all will be fine, because I'm saying more deeper shit about me than, and I'm not even saying niggas' names or nothing, but everybody will be okay. But when people hear records, they'll know.
They'll know they know exactly what that's about.
But just be happy, like, this is the way that God, this is the avenue the Lord gave me.
Right.
To, you know, deal with whatever that was.
And it only gets to you because of how,
yeah.
My opinion, it only gets to someone because of how well executed it is. The conversation's not, why you put my story on that sorry ass song. The conversation is,
that's what's not going to be, that's what's the good part. Like
you really told that story.
Yeah, but it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And you should be, and the way I feel is like, it's honorable. I'm taking the time to highlight a part of my life that I felt was pivotal.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So however you felt about what happened, work on that.
Because no matter what, it is.
I'm in a good space, obviously.
Right.
That's why it's a record.
I'm at the place in life where I can't express that through the means of this right here. And it's not.
Totally.
And that was something I felt like I had a blockage of. The moment that I started to go on a deeper spiritual journey, it was difficult for me to get to a place where I was talking shit. Exactly. Because I didn't know how to deliver that from a place that still was reflective of the empathy that I have for other people, the understanding that I came. How do you kind of like balance between those?
Yeah, mine was different. Mine was because I came from like a battle rap background, because I came from the surface, just coming for you space. That's why I said it made me careful with how I started to be vulnerable.
So you already had that
I
in
didn't
mind.
want to get into spaces where I'm like dissing people on records. I just wanted to talk about what happened.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But shout out to CJ Fly. You know what I'm saying? He helped me get some of that. No, that's my nigga. That's the homie. But what I'm saying is like he helped me get some of that off pause.
Hey, yeah.
You feel me? So the beef happened.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah,
it felt good. It felt
I didn't
felt
have no
great
questions
to get that, man. Like
I didn't have no questions about that, but now that you brought that up, I do I do think it's interesting that the delivery that I heard in these records, right? And I'm privy to hearing some of the stuff before it actually dropped, but the confidence in what you're saying, that's where I'm able to see what you're talking about using caution with how you maneuver it, because it's like it's still of you.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't go away because you go through a spiritual journey. It's still part of the DNA.
It's more tailored, and it's more like it's funneled now. That's all. It's more funneled now.
No.
You know?
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Is there a song on Shogun that you couldn't have written before your spiritual growth? And if so, what was unlocked through this project?
I want to say for sure Soul Controllah was one of them songs, for sure, the one with Big Pooh.
Yeah.
Just because of how I was saying certain things in the first verse, and like I wouldn't have been able to even say those things like that if I didn't have knowledge of certain things by doing certain spiritual work, mental health work, whatever, just educating myself on just, those types of things.
Yeah. A really philosophical question I love to ask anybody who sits down in these chairs is, do you write to understand yourself, or do you understand yourself first and then write?
Oh man, that's a good question.
It's one I go back and forth on all the time.
Damn, that's a really good question. I'm gonna just have to say both, dog.
Yeah.
I gotta say both. I mean, I'm all about duality anyway. I feel like a lot of this shit in the world, you can't really black and white it. You can't. It's too many things. You can't black and white a lot of this shit, bro. Only thing you can black and white is objects and those types of things, because that's what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a really crazy question. Definitely before I write a certain type of record, I want to make sure I understand myself a certain way.
Right.
Like for example, I just wrote a record. It took me years. It's the first time I ever done it, and that's that I have a really good relationship with him. But I just wrote a record about my father. But I didn't want to just write a record about him and make it all sappy. Yeah. Like, I wanted to sound like a celebration. So what made it even doper, he's not a rapper. He's a singer. He's like a soul singer. So what I did was rapped his whole life like I was him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but also talk about myself from his perspective, even like as a grown man, as a teenager. So I wasn't just highlighting the things he was doing as a father. I was highlighting also how he possibly saw me in these eras. The end of the song is at the end where like I'm a grown man, and it's kind of like he's going through this thought back and forth where it's like I want to be there for him a certain way, but I can't because he got to go through his own shit, and it kind of hurts me to see him go through his own shit, but he love it because he in the midst of it. So I just got to let him be. But for that,
right,
I'm proud of him.
And that's something I wanted to kind of expand on in a question on that. On that, does writing from that perspective, where you're seeing through his eyes, create maybe some moments of empathy that you haven't even given too much thought on?
Of course, because that's the only way that record can be done, is that you have to come to that point of understanding. I have to understand him a certain way, or at least understand him to that point, a certain way to be able to write that at that point in my life.
Sure.
Because it's not to say that that's going to be the only song that's done. You get what I'm saying about him? I mentioned him in other songs. I mentioned my mom in other songs, but that's what I'm trying to say. These are records, those type of things. It's things I would have never touched on as an artist years ago.
Yeah.
Like I would have just been popping shit about broads and popping shit about partying with my niggas and staying fresh and getting money and some stupid shit.
I don't care what you say. Money Train's still one of my favorite songs.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but it's shit like that. But this shit's fire though. Like, I'm not gonna say it because it's me. Like, I make good records because I like good music.
Yeah.
Right. So, but now these records is more serious. Like now, like, and I would say, even if they're fun, even if you hear my voice being animated, I'm saying some real shit, bro.
I will say this from a technical aspect, and we're going to get into this at some point, but from a technical aspect, I did notice like there's an emphasis to peel back, and maybe this was what you were alluding to earlier. There's an emphasis to peel back more descriptive layers in your writing. I noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you'll leave a word out there, you'll say, lukewarm, and then you'll start to go into more details of
and then
what you're
something
saying.
Connect back to the word lukewarm. Exactly.
Yeah. I did notice that, and you mentioned it. Soul Controllah, man. Soul Controllah featuring rapper Pooh.
Pulling these strings like ventriloquists, this the language, bet you feeling this braille. Blind lead the blind straight to hell, can't you tell? This the real battle upon the spirit realm, get at him. Live action, real nigga films, never dimming my light down for no nigga. I ain't even trying to take shots, they so trigger. Keep dropping the pressure, make the diamonds break. Y'all big pussies like staring in a lion's face. You know this life a jungle.
What's the story behind that collaboration, and how did that record come together?
I'm gonna be honest, man, because actually me and Black was talking about this one day, and I just revealed it to him. And he was like, "Oh, that's crazy." He said, "I can see that." So one day we was I don't know where we was at, but somehow "Get On Up" by Jodeci came on.
Okay, gotta get on up.
And so I told Black, I said, "Yeah, that's the reason why I put Pooh on the record, and that's why I want to go to shoot it in North Carolina when I shoot the video."
Okay.
Because I think they shot that video either in South Carolina or North Carolina, as in Get On Up.
Okay.
So now the reason why I say that is because when you hear the beat, you'll be like, oh. It's like Get On Up is a little bit faster, but it's just the same vibe. It just reminded me of it. So that's why I want to, like I said, when I shoot the video, I want to go shoot it in North Carolina with Pooh. But yeah, Soul Controllah, you know, Soul, South, North Carolina, the way the record sounded, got a crazy swing on it. Soul Controllah.
Yeah.
So me and him, we did the record. I specifically wanted Pooh for the record because of how it sounded.
Yeah. It's a great choice for that one.
Yeah, I like Soul Controllah because I feel like on that one, it was braggadocious, but it was, again, but there's truth in it. There's truth in it. A lot of the braggadocious things I'm saying now. And I feel that I got really, really comfortable on that beat. I was really comfortable on that beat. Yeah.
Something I'm even grasping as I'm listening to you say that is that there's a level of healing for some personalities that has to happen in order for that braggadocious rap to come off.
Oh yeah.
Not from a place of I'm trying to achieve that, but I had to love on myself in order to even say what I'm saying with this much conviction.
Yes, sir.
You talk about the details that have come into your writing and how much spirituality has played a role into that. I'm curious about how much maybe being in the environment of so many lyricists in a room full of mirrors, you know, when you're in a room with so many different styles of lyricists, does that, you think, raise the bar or change how you approach a verse?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're around so many different people from different places and different styles. And then you got somebody like Punch who's going to always, like, make sure the quality and control is there.
Yeah.
You feel me? With the resume he has, with the resume that I have, with the resume Daylight have, resume Black has.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of expertise that's around there that kind of it's almost impossible to not make something of quality because these people won't let you not make those things of quality.
I got a question I can only ask you because I'm your friend.
What up?
You know, because I'm your brother.
That's
I can
fine.
ask you this question.
Totally.
Has there ever been a moment where you brought something to the group and they gave you the
Yeah, Punch just did it a couple days ago.
word? What is that?
So check it out, dog.
What does that accountability look like? Tell us.
Oh, it's simple. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened too. Watch, it's no cap. So what happened was we were trying to start on a new record,
Okay.
right? So sometimes I'll have the inspiration to just kind of like put something on the record first, just to get the energy flowing. So the homie pulled up a joint. I started writing to it. I recorded the verse. I came out. I said, "What you think about it?" And he go,
You still got.
and I was like, "Yo, you don't like it?"
You
And
still
he was
got
like,
boob sweat on you.
I was like, "You don't like it, bro?" And he was like, and I was like, "You know what? Cool." I was like, "Let's start something else."
Right.
They put something else on.
Yeah.
And I started something else.
Yeah.
It's that simple, dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I feel like, can you kind of speak to how much having trust in one another in that room and knowing like, look, I know you want the best in a situation, like, because when you write something, I'm sure you're not writing it with, I ain't really feeling this, but I'm gonna get it done anyways.
Yeah. So, for example, right, like, this is my theory. My theory is, you cannot be an easily coachable person if you are operating in ego while creating music with other people. So think about it like this, bro. The first thing that happens usually when creatives come across other creatives that's dope, they start getting in this mode, like, even if they're in the team, they get in this mode where they I gotta make sure I'm the nigga. So I start to still make sure it's about me. And it's like, nah.
That ain't gonna fly.
Nah, you know what I mean? So the way I see it is, I know this nigga Black is good. I know Punch is good. I know Daylight's good. Shit, younger homie or not, that nigga Juice is good.
Yeah.
So if that nigga suggests some shit, because I'm listening to how his shit sound.
Right.
That nigga nice.
Yeah.
That you can't, I'm not going to say, oh, what, he think he could tell me something? That's weird. That's weird as fuck, homie.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, yeah. So when it comes to that type of stuff, it's easy for me. I'm not really, I don't hold that on. I'm not even understanding of the concept, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you're right? Do you feel like you write differently when you know you're going to be around that environment versus when you're creating solo?
Nah, I just write to how it's whatever is making me feel.
Got it.
To be honest with you, yeah, it's not based on who I'm around. Like then you're cheating the creative process.
Yeah.
Because then what are you doing it for? To outdo another nigga?
Right. I
Like,
mean, but
there
is that exists, especially when you get around. It's a competitive thing that I think that and maybe it's more so our generation.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that. You know how many times I've been on verses with so many dope niggas, and niggas stuck on my verse, and I wasn't going in there because of trying to compete with the other rappers who were going in there to sound better than other rappers. I was just doing it for the sake of, man, get on this beat and fucking go crazy because of how crazy you think this record is.
Could that be competing against yourself?
Yes, at all times.
Yeah.
At all times, bro. I'm always competing against myself, dog. That's, nigga, I just talked to you about it earlier. I just did a fucking UK drill record.
Yeah.
Where I toggled back and forth from the English accent to an American accent. Like, yeah, let me beat my last version. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, man, I just like to try to have fun with it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's that voice in your head that knows it's seen every iteration of whatever idea that you present, and only you know what feels new.
Yeah.
And so when you present it, the rest of the world can be like, when in your mind, you're like, I didn't do a version of that before. You know, this ain't my first rodeo in here. Talk to me about LP and JP with Holland is.
Nigga. Hollan-Eats.
Hollan-Eats. Right.
Fetty with the wop, gon' keep coming. Running to you niggas, but ops gon' keep running. We sun shit, run shit, women is sun-kissed. Oil changes, 3 cities in 1 trip. Luncheon, fishing for these chips in London. I pip, chillin' get my O's in bunches. These dumb pricks glitched and they flop, they miss. You niggas bubblegum rappers that just pop they lick.
What's the story behind this collaboration, and what were you two trying to capture with this?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the story now. So sorry, brother. Hope you're ready. So the reason why this relationship between me and Holland is so key is because Black found Holland years ago.
Oh, word. Okay.
Like a lot of people don't know that. Like Black found Holland years ago.
Right.
Like 2016 type shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a long time ago. And I remember when he first found him, he was like, yo, man, I just want to bring this dude around, man. I want you to hear him. Like, he different.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how you going to feel about him, but I felt like he got something.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was going through a lot of crazy personal stuff. So me and him just had never got a chance to really, like, link. He had brought him to the studio one time when I was at Notting Hill. But other than that, bro, Black has just always been, like, cultivating and just that's how he is. Like,
right.
He be on the low, silent, just building shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Introduced Holland to so many people on the scene and yada, yada, yada. Holland just got a natural workhorse, knew what to do with everything.
Yeah.
And just fucking, everybody fuck with him locally. He's an interesting dude. He's grown so much in his craft, too, since Black first brought him around. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the shit he do now, I just like it, bro. Because not to mention nobody sounds like that. And then the thing is, he's so comfortable. Like when I see niggas like record, like we seen his process, bro.
Yeah.
And his process is wild. Because you thinking he just getting on this record saying a bunch of crazy loopy shit. Yeah, that's his style. But that nigga has an actual recording process to that shit. And
what
it's
do you
like
wow. What's an example of what that looks like?
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. So he didn't record that verse in front of me, but other verses he has. This nigga will have the same verse and record it 3 different times in 3 different ways, 3 different animated ways.
Oh wow!
And he'll choose which one sounds the best. I'm like, yo, that nigga's crazy.
That's crazy. It's almost. It sounds like it's
that
almost.
Nigga's crazy, bruh.
Yeah, it sounds like it's almost like an actor's approach.
Yeah, dog. And when I saw that,
lines.
I said, "Oh yeah, he know what he doing. Like he's just not saying something.
Yeah,
like that nigga actually know what the fuck he's doing with this really unorthodox type style. But like, and every time he approaches it, bro, he kills it. Like." You can't do what he do.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I fuck with it. It's almost like a West Coast ODB type shit. Like,
yeah, that's the energy I picked up on that for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's some other shit, bro. And that's why I fuck with it. Like he's just that's really him.
Yeah.
That's really that nigga.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So that's where a lot of that relationship comes from. And that's why I wanted to put him on that because of the history with my best friend and manager. And then, too, I just really, really fuck with his style. And he's a dude that's not scared to try things on other things that's familiar to what he's doing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I knew that I could tell him, yeah, I'm going to put you on a boom bap type beat, nigga. And I knew he wouldn't have a problem with it. He was going to do what he did.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point. I wanted to see what that contrast sounded like. Like, what would Holland sound like over a lo-fi boom bap record? That's crazy.
And when I was saying feel good, that's when I was listening to. I was like, that immediately feels like a certain.
That joint is a feel good record
sonic.
for sure.
Yeah,
that's a feel good joint for sure.
But the contrast works, and that's something that I noticed not just with him, but really with all the features that you have on there, is that they all have very unique voices.
Oh yeah.
what's kind of like how are you kind of mapping this out as you're putting together? Like, what kind of features do you listen to and you're like, no, you know what, let me put this in my back pocket because it's something very different. Because every one of them have their very distinct sound.
I think I explained it to Chuck the other day, but not necessarily about this album. But I usually like to go with what feels good. And I also think about who I have access to and who I would be able to have access to do certain things and yada, 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 just being realistic, right? And based on the people that I had in my network at that time, still in my network, still all good friends of mine. But I just kind of like heard records. Then I think about all the, like, for example, Ice Cube, right? At first, it was just gonna be a song by myself. Like, I shot a whole video to it and everything. Like, before I even had "Love the Genius" on it. "Love the Genius" from Buffalo, New York. Fuck with what you call it, Conway and them niggas.
Yeah.
So when I did the song already, me and her became cool, and I actually just discovered her at that time, around the time I like did Ice Cube, and I kept like hearing some of her records, and I'm like, oh, she'll get on this and body it. So I went back to listen to Ice Cube after it was already done.
Yeah.
So that's the bar about it. Like, it was already done, and a video was shot. That's why when you see the video, it's just me in the video.
Okay.
Because the song was already done.
Already done with.
Yeah. So I heard her, and I'm like, oh, she'll kill this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I do. I just like to. The idea comes when it comes. Me and Black do it that a lot of time. We'll be sitting to records. They sitting listening to the records. Sometimes we be on the same page. So on the same page, dog. So it's all about feeling for me. It's not really a technical thing. You know?
Do you think the how can I word this? Do you think being around a Willie B and his sensibility in terms of how records are put together, do you think that rubs off in the way that you're arranging these and structuring these?
1,000%.
What do you think is a cheat code that you're privy to because of that relationship?
The musicality of rapping.
Yeah.
So instead of just rapping and using my voice, sometimes I'm purposely melodic in my tonation. And it's like you think I'm rapping, but I'm actually being melodic in my rapping.
Sir, do you know how many times I try to explain this to artists that I don't care if you're rapping, even when you're in staccato, still has a key. The moment you incorporate vowels, there's a very distinct key in what you're doing. That's why when you can listen to somebody and you're like, nah, this nigga's rapping flat. But you being conscious of that, I'm sure, has got to be an advantage.
Oh yeah, totally, big advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know about it. Come on now.
But they don't. That's why we sit in front of
you know about it.
Explain some of the things that maybe that, because I'm sure that there are producers out there who have had ideas, and maybe it's the imposter syndrome, maybe it's a hesitation, and they just send it off. But there's moments now where I'm making something and my mind is already thinking about, all right, this is the type of flow that goes over this. I'm not gonna put that sound because that's gonna kind of disrupt this. What are some of those advantages that come along with it, like that you're still conscious of as you're crafting records for yourself?
Like I said, that about the tonation thing. Yeah. Like, number one, number two. Knowing when not to rap too much.
I'm about to say timing.
Yeah.
Ever since this is gonna be the same way you had this weird example. I'm gonna give you a weird example. The moment I saw you do a beat showcase, and then you played with your fingers the different keys that were in Ignorance is Bliss. Dun, dun, dun. I was like, your attention to timing and spacing.
Oh yeah, totally.
It resembles that of a jazz player to me.
But I listen to a lot of jazz,
and that makes a lot of sense.
Watch this, yo, Black. Do I listen to jazz more other than the trap shit? Other than the trap records? Do I listen to jazz other than the trap records?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'll say honestly, I don't know if you really listen to a lot of rap.
I don't listen to a lot of rap. Me and Black don't listen to a lot of rap, actually. That's the funny part about it, bro.
And as somebody that you've sent
Like, we
a
have
playlist,
moments as friends.
as somebody you sent a playlist to, none of that sounded like anything that I was like, oh yeah, this will be it's an Ichiban Don playlist.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, bro. Like, have you ever seen my? That's why I purposely show my Apple Music, at the end of every year, to make people like, if you're paying attention, I want you to understand that. Like, I hope you see how my brain works.
Right.
Like, you hear all this rap and boom bap, but look at what I'm listening to on a daily. And I'm listening to Pierre, and I'm listening to fucking Trigger 500K. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm listening to some fucking crazy ass trap shit, bro.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's jazz.
Give me some jazz. Give me some jazz songs.
Oh my God, come on, man.
Like, give me some that are like that. That are.
Dog.
If you had 3 jazz songs to show somebody before you was up out of here, what are the ones that really represent that for you?
I want to say it's Minuano. I don't know if it's pronounced that way. Minuano by Kurt Elling. Face It Boy, It's Over by George Benson.
Whew.
And shit, it's so many, dog.
Give me one that's surprising.
There's one called Jungle Bourgeois.
Okay.
By Time Grove.
Yee.
Yeah, Time Grove album is crazy. And it's like a jazz band that only dropped one album.
It's a lot of those. I feel like that ended up being genius releases, and they got the most fired vinyl covers that you ever seen. They like, we here for one, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, dog. That's basically what it was.
What it was, yeah. Man, I'm about to say, as soon as you said, I started thinking about Quincy Jones, Killer Joe, Dave Brubeck, Take 5.
Yeah, see, Dave Brubeck is crazy.
Oh my God,
Dave Brubeck is crazy.
What's next? Are you staying in this sonic world with BudaMunk style production, or are you ready to explore something different?
I explore something different no matter what.
Sure.
So it's like, this is the best way to describe it. It's like a student that's, each sound is being a part of a different club at school. So with BudaMunk, I'm in, let's just say, ROTC. Over Black's Beats, I'm in basketball. You get what I'm saying? So I just kind of do different niche sounds that I actually like a lot, and I stick to them. And not necessarily stick to them, but even if it's something new, I'll take it and hold on to it, is what I'm saying. And I'll make it a part of whatever I'm doing. But it's like, that's how I see it. It's like me having different interests. These sounds are different interests. So the reason why, to answer that question about the BudaMunk, is like, no matter what you hear outside of BudaMunk, I'm going to always do records with him. So I'm planning to do Shogun 2s and 3s, but it's going to be that sound. It's not going to go past, that's going to always be the sound. Because the reason why I want to do that is because I come from the era of golden hip hop, the golden age, the golden era of hip hop, right? I'm going to have those type of records on my album, but I feel like I really can fully get that off doing those projects with him.
Right.
So when I approach the other Ichiban Don records, I don't gotta. That's a lot of that is out of my system, and I can implement it strategically.
Got it.
When I do these records,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So yeah,
and it's interesting because the things that you have the luxury, because not every artist, not every producer, not anybody has access to a Willie B. The things that you have the luxury to say, I'm going to venture off from here. I'm going to do these things. This is what I'm driven by. And I'm going to actually become in demand for these things that I do over here. I'm curious, though, in general about the future as the world relates to a Willie B, because a Willie B made a huge imprint, right? And continues to make a huge imprint. Is production still something that's like in your mind, or is it just full-time artist and this is all I'm focused on?
Oh, no. I mean, at the moment, I'm a full-time artist. I mean, I step out and produce here and there, but I'm like producing with like my friends as opposed to like just doing shit for the sport. Like I'm more in it for as an artist, like artistry, writing for real, and like vocally producing things. I'm more in it for a sport in that arena.
Yeah.
The way Willie B sees production is kind of like, well, I did a lot of cool shit. I got a few chips on the low too. Why not? It's cool. Go ahead and do your thing, my nigga. I'm chilling. I'll come back. I'm on, now let me watch you rap. Like you watched me make beats.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll get inspired again and I'll come with some new sounds. So no, for sure, like Willie B is definitely ready to come back.
Yeah.
But the artistry for Ichiban Don had to take precedence, like for the past like damn near 10 years.
And I asked that question not because I'm like, oh, we need that back. I'm asking that question from an artist / producer standpoint myself, because I'm at a place where it's
like you gotta choose. You don't gotta choose.
You don't gotta choose. That was something that Punch stressed when he was here for the interview. He was like, do it all. I'm at that place right now where it's like I'm purposely reading fiction. I haven't read fiction in a long time.
That's crazy.
So that I can like dive into more descriptive writing and more like out of the box storytelling. That was gonna be one of my last questions for you, man. What's been on your reading list? Do you have the time to do as much reading?
The last book I read was called Conversations with God. That was the last book I read, and it was recommended to me by a friend. Like she had got the book as well. And yeah, that was the last book I read. But other than that, I haven't really read a book, but I'm like an audiobook guy. So
I'm about to say, like where you like, because you got so much imagery.
Actually, it was funny because with the book, right, I wanted to like get the audiobook, and I was like, yo, can I just get the audiobook? She was like, nah, you need to get the real book. Like, don't cheat the process.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, all right, man.
Is it cheating the process or is it just convenient?
I mean, for real book readers, you definitely cheating the process.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no question. So I had to respect it. My mom's like a real book reader, so I was like, you know what? All right, for sure.
So where you pulling? Do you feel like the majority of like this, like you have a vivid imagination in your writing?
I have a vivid imagination, and I'm a crazy ass nigga.
That helps.
I do a lot of wild shit, dog. And I'm not even gonna paint this picture like I'm just this like really crazy nigga like that. It's not what's going on. I've done a lot of crazy ass shit.
So you got a lot of stuff to pull from.
I have so much shit to pull from. And it was only because I was so curious about so many things. You feel what I'm saying? So having that, okay, I've already had a wild imagination. Imagination wild is from birth. Off top, right? But then you have these crazy ass things you did while having that wild imagination. So you didn't just do the normal shit normal people do. You did what they did and made it a little more intricate.
Right.
Just to make it a little more interesting.
That'll do it.
Yeah, man.
And you haven't stopped living life either. So you got to add that on top of that too.
Well, I'm a little more structured than before, for sure. I don't be outside doing stupid shit. Like I don't do stupid shit. Like that's insane. Like I used to do stupid shit.
Well, that's not only what I was applying. I'm just saying in general, like you still have more life experiences to pull from because you're actively living life.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I'm still actively living life for sure. Yeah, but I have a lot of experiences to pull from, to say the least. Like. So much crazy stuff. Yeah, man.
Well, last question I got for you, man. What is it that's coming up that's got you the most excited?
Other than Shogun, there's the Room Full of Mirrors stuff. We've been cutting some really crazy ass joints. So I'm really excited for people to hear specific songs too. So it's just gonna be interesting because it's kind of like a Wu-Tang type situation. So I really want to see how that gets received. You know?
Yeah. Man, well, Mr. Ichiban Don, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by the DIYer stage, man. Where can people find Shogun Deluxe, and where should they follow you?
Follow me at Ichiban Don. That's ICHIBANDON. Shogun Deluxe should be available $220, streaming everywhere. Not really sure if I want to do vinyls or CDs, but we'll find out. You know, we'll probably make it available soon. But for now, you know, we're gonna make it available for streaming for everyone. We did the vinyls in Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Possibly for physicals, that should be cool. We'll see. But I'm excited about it coming out this Friday. Because the whole world is gonna hear it now.
Yeah. Any nerves attached to that at all?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah, it is. I just go through them, you know, with ease, or
Right.
you know, with just like with some kind of like cool little chill like vibe. I'm not really, because I understand I don't control outcomes. God controls all outcomes.
What's the root of the nerves?
Well, this is technically my first project that everybody's gonna hear for me as a rapper, as Ichiban Don, by myself.
Yeah.
Everybody heard me in Daylight, you know, all the Heroes joints, but now this is Ichiban Don. Not to mention this is an album that sat in a whole nother country for a year.
Right.
So this is not like the trial thing. Like, I'm giving you something that was already out and in stores.
Yeah.
And they gotta fuck with it.
Yeah.
So I just need to get out there real soon. I've just been doing all this stuff with Mirrors and been going crazy with the records and just, yeah, man, developing myself crazy and, yeah, man, just handling life. You feel me? So I'm going to get out there real soon and, yeah, man, I'm excited.
We proud of you, bro.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
proud of you, man, and you continue to evolve. And no matter what time period it is, man, I know that you always are reaching for another level of growth.
Hell yeah.
So, man, congratulations on the drop.
Appreciate it,
DIY.
brother.
Come on, you already know DIYers. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you leave a comment down below. What did Ichiban Don say in this chair today that resonated with you? What's something that you heard that was a
I just got to
gem?
get more into the Ikigai thing. Like, I got to get more into that. Punch. It's funny. Punch is actually the one who put me on it.
What is that?
Remember, I was talking about it earlier. It's like one of the Japanese principles and shit like that.
Oh yeah. We gotta. I'm pretty sure
he's actually
somebody
the one
out
that
there.
put me up on it, but I got to get more into it. I can't really. I'm not gonna be a nigga to act like, oh yeah, you know it means this. And that.
I wasn't,
Nah,
I wasn't even.
that.
I wasn't even reaching for that. I was just listening because I was curious about the things that, because you've been very consistent within that branding. But this more so a message.
Yeah, but
for
I'm
the,
like learning new stuff.
of course, same here. That's why I'll be so damn nosy asking questions.
Yeah.
DIYers, what message resonated with you the most today? Leave that down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share all that good stuff, man. I appreciate your time
Curtis,
once
my
again.
nigga, as
all
always.
day.
Brother Dewan, my nigga.
Of course, he ain't gonna let me leave without saying the one. Oh man, have a good one, DIYers.
DIY.
Tear in your eye.